Good morning to everyone. Today I will take about the classification of accounts. So classification of accounts, there are two types. One is personal account and another one is impersonal account. So personal account means if you are used about the person. Every person, if you are considering about, if you are used about the account, that is called a personal account. Personal account, if we are divided by three types. One is natural persons. Natural persons mean every persons if you are having the account. Every person if you are created by the account. So that is called a natural persons of account. That means if your name of account, Ram, Ravi, and then any other biology, but if you are called out about the names, if you are created about the account, if you are called out about the natural person's account. That is, if you are separately, if you are preparing about the account for Ram account and Ravi account. And another one is artificial persons. Artificial persons means if you are not considering about the natural persons. If you are creating about the any other companies, if you any other persons, if you are used about the artificial persons. Because if you, for example, bank account. Bank is if you are considering about the artificial person. Why means bank if you are creating the some other persons. If you have many of 5 or 6 members, if you are creating the bank account. So if you are used about the authorized person, some other artificial persons only if you are signing the registration. So that is called for artificial persons. If you are called with the separately preparing the bank account, firm account and company account. So if we used about the artificial persons. And next one is representative of personal account. So someone if you are representative. So that means I use the account, I represented the some other one, my friend, my colleagues, any other if you are represented for the some things if you are called for representative personal account. That is called for rent, prepaid, unexpaid insurance if you are used about the representative of personal account. Another thing if you are used second type impersonal account. Impersonal account if you are divided about the real account and nominal account. Real account. Real account means if your real transaction of the buying and selling activities if you are called about the real account. So buying activities and selling activities. Buying and selling if you are using about the tangible and intangible. Tangible means if you are considering about the visible items. Visible items if you are used, if you are buying land, if you are buying furniture, if you are buying any other plant, if you are buying chairs, so any other assets if you are buying, that is called for tangible assets. If you are visible items if you are used, that is called a real account. And then next intangible means it is invisible items. Invisible item if you can't see about the account. If you are only feeling about the account, if you are called about the intangible account. So intangible means if you are company if you have a good name. So some other good name means if you are creating the asset to be values if you are increasing of the intangible asset. So if you are only used, if you are feeling about the goodwill, but if you are not seeing, that is called for intangible assets. And next one is nominal account. So nominal account if you are divided by two types. One is expenses and another one is income. Expenses means if you are spending the many amount. So for the company transaction, if you are buying stationery items and then depreciation, if you are providing the salary, if you are providing the rent, so if you are spending the many amount, if you are buying and selling activity for the expenses, that is called for nominal account. Nominal account means if you are used in some other person, that is called a nominal account. And next one is incomes. Incomes means if you are earned many things, if you are received any other amount, rent received and then interest income, interest received. So some other amount if you are received, if you are called it above the incomes. That's all for classification of accounts. And once again I will tell about the classification of account for the two types. One is personal account and impersonal account. Personal account means if you are used in the nature persons. Impersonal means if it is an artificial person. That means if you are used some other accounts. Personal account if you are divided about three types. One is natural person, second one artificial person, and third one representative person. Natural person means if you are used about the nature of the concern. And next artificial means if you are used some other, if you are used about the artificial person. And representative personal account means if you are represented the some other persons. If you are called a representative personal account. And then impersonal account if you are divided about the two types. One is real account and another one nominal account. So real account if you are divided about two types, tangible account and intangible account. Tangible account means if you are visible for the person, and intangible means if you are not invisible of the person. Visible means if you are doing the something. That means if you are plant furniture, that's all for used in tangible. You are visible. And then intangible means if you can't see, you only feeling about the intangible of the asset. That is called a real account. And then nominal account. Nominal account if you are divided about two types. One is expenses, another one is income. Expenses if you are spending the many amount, salaries and then depreciation, and then if you have many amount, if you are divided about the expenses. And then incomes. Incomes if you are receiving the amount, whichever is if you are receiving the many amount, if you are called it incomes. Rent received, interest received, and then income and investment, it is called it for interest received. That's all for classification of accounts. Thank you.